It's finally fall. Autumn? Welcome back to Dead Good Book Reviews. I'm Judith, and today I'm bringing you the It's Finally Fall book tag. I have been busting my gut filming and writing reviews and filming reviews and secret projecting for the last 2 weeks, and I fancied filming something just a little bit more light and refreshing. And then I remembered that the lovely Amber from Books of Amber, who is linked everywhere, tagged me in this tag, the Finally Fall book tag, and I haven't filmed a tag in a while. I thought it would be fun. I will leave all the info about the tag and the prompts and the person who created it and all of that stuff in the description below, as well as a link to Amber's channel, who you should absolutely check out, especially if you read more widely than just SFF. She has very nearly persuaded me that I might want to read thrillers, and that's impressive. Is it way too late in the year to be doing this tag? I don't think so. There's still some green left on trees outside. It's probably fine. And also, I like actually doing the tags that people tag me in, and most of the time I forget, so well done me. Sidebar, if I say autumn instead of fall, please forgive me, it sounds really stupid in my accent. Just assume that the tag said fall. So prompt number 1. In autumn, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. I've talked about this in a book review, I say recently, but it was quite some time ago now. Really vivid, atmospheric book, House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This book just captured the spooky seaside, not even seaside, like coastal, terrifying ocean town with a haunted house in it. Super, super vivid and atmospheric. I'm going to try and actually pull books off the shelf for this one. Nature is beautiful, but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. I have one for this. This is the very beautiful looking The Light Between Worlds by Laura Weymouth. And I've hung on to this even though it made me cry so much. This book deals with the loss of innocent childhood, etc., all of that stuff. So this book features children who've effectively come back from definitely not Narnia, but it is Narnia, and dealing with all of that and being back in the real world. Kind of like, kind of like Every Heart a Doorway, but more YA. And this book just captures, for me, exactly what it's like to both have depression and conversely to be the person on the other side of knowing someone you love with depression, and it's so difficult, and this book is so beautiful, and it hurt my heart. I haven't dared reread it since, even though I know I really need to. Prompt number 3. Autumn is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. I don't have a copy of this. I do own a copy, but it is currently on loan. This is Happy Fat by Sophie Hagen. It's so good. If you want to learn how to not hate yourself anymore and how capitalism is the reason, and it's just so excellent, read it. So I can't recommend it more. The audiobook is great. Prompt number 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. To keep warm? Name a fictional family, household, or friend group that you'd like to be a part of. Organisation. I was thinking about this, and the groups of people in fantasy books tend to always end up being miserable and betraying each other. But in The Secret of the Sirens books, there is a society for the protection of mythical creatures, and they are also friends, and you get to ride on a Pegasus, and that I would join them. And I'm sure that would keep me warm. Was that what this prompt suggested? I suppose if you huddled together for warmth, but I don't think that's quite what the book would be getting at. Anyway, the colourful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of autumn-coloured spines. I gesture vaguely at anything that's sort of brown, orange, orangey brown. You can see them. I feel like my shelves are quite autumnal anyway, because this brown, which makes it terrible to film in front of, but they are very autumnal. Autumn is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein someone is telling a story. Chorus of Dragons. This is a book with a very complicated structure in which various people are telling various stories to various people, all of which interlink. It's really, really good and very complicated, but much storytelling by the fireside. I think book 2 feels much more storytelling-y, Name of All Things, which I could pull out, but I'm not going to. The nights are getting darker, they are, and it's getting much harder to find good light to film. Share a dark, creepy read. Normally I'd pull out House of Salt and Sorrows, or not The Light Between Worlds, other words for smoke, but I am going to talk about The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein, which is a book that I really only talk about in autumn and Halloween time. This is Frankenstein from the perspective of the character Elizabeth, and it is so good for talking about accountability and who is at fault for things and how much we give passes to people in our lives, and it's just really good. And I read it on Halloween 2 years ago, and it was a really, really good spooky read. The days are getting colder, indeed. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. There's a lot of prompts here about warmth. I don't actually think a book can make me warm, but in terms of comfort and coziness and queerness, this is How You Lose a Time War. It's not super like warm and fuzzy, but it's short, so it's comforting because you can finish a book and feel good about it, and it's a nice story, and I really liked it. And then you can lend it to friends, and then you can talk to your friends about it, and it's a good time. Autumn returns every year. Name an old favourite that you'd like to return to soon. I am vaguely in the process of reading probably my favourite wintry series, which is the Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden. I just need to reread The Winter of the Witch, and I'm slightly putting it off. I'm planning to reread it in October, but I know it's going to make me cry again, and I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared for that. So, but this is one of my favourite trilogies of all time. Autumn is the perfect time for cosy reading nights. Share your favourite cosy reading accessories. Oh, I'm going to go get it. I'm also going to drop my phone on the floor. I drink tea year round. I never don't have a cup of tea on the go. And I love loose leaf tea. I've really got into it recently, which you'll know if you watch my vlogs. And probably the first birthday when we were dating, maybe the second, Katie bought me this tea strainer, and it's awesome. It's like, I've just washed it, so it's like an orb, me a beauty guru, but with a tea strainer. It's like an orb on a stick, and you rotate it to open it and drop the tea leaves out and everything. And it's my favourite thing in the world because it can fit in pretty much any mug. It doesn't then fall into that mug. And also when you stir with it, you feel like you're making potions. And that's my favourite cosy reading accessory, is a cup of tea, but specifically a cup of tea made with my cool tea strainer. And that's all the prompts. I appreciate that it goes against the spirit of a tag, but I find tagging people in things deeply anxiety inducing because I hate feeling like I'm producing work for other people. So if you would like to do this tag, consider yourself tagged. There you go. Thank you so much for watching this quick little fun video. Thank you to Amber for tagging me. Comment below with your favourite cosy reading accessory, because I think that was my favourite of the prompts, if you don't fancy doing the whole tag. While you're down there, you can also follow me on all of my social media. That's linked below. You can subscribe. It makes me feel loved and appreciated. That's all from me, and I will see you in the next one. It's gonna be some bloopers now. Welcome back to prompt number 3. 4. I nearly said 4. The whole of the Chorus of Dragon series. I think I have a review coming out for this whole series soon. I'm gonna hedge my bets that this is coming out first, but I think this might, no. That was a little bit chaotic.